don't get fooled by salt-free water softeners, right? They're not really salt-free water softeners. They're called salt-free conditioners. Let's explain the difference. A salt-free water conditioner, and a lot of companies are online, if they say salt-free water softener, they're literally lying to you, because there's no such thing as making water soft unless we take the rock off. So the word that they're supposed to be using, and according to WQA, they have said they don't accept any companies anymore that are going to be part of their association if they sell products that are called salt-free water softeners. Because a salt-free conditioner, it means that it actually runs the rock or the water through a material that keeps the rock attached to it. So this video is intended to help you make that critical decision. Do you want to invest in one, or do you not want to invest one? And so we want to make sure that you're well educated on how not to get fooled by these online companies that are telling you all these things that it's going to do for your body. And you and I are going to take one apart today so you can check it out for yourself, and you can go, is it really worth well over $1,000, which we sell them. So I want to make sure that you can know that I'm not just selling against them. I sell everything that you want when it comes to water. I'll do whatever you tell me to do, but I want to make sure that I educate you so you can make the accurate choice for you and your family. So what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to understand what it is. So salt-free conditioners means that they run this through a filter material in order to keep the rock attached to the water droplet. And the theory is that when it comes out of the other end of the faucet, bloop, that it comes out of the faucet and it won't clog the pores of your skin, which causes dry aging, right? And dry, itchy skin. It doesn't attach to the hair follicle, making your hair fall out, right? So no, that's what it says that it's supposed to do, is keep that rock attached to it so it doesn't build up on things. Well, let's be realistic about it, okay? Let's make sure that we learn today about whether or not it will do that or won't do that. So the concept is phenomenal, right? When we learned about this, I don't know, 15 years ago, I was the first company to say, I'm in, because the last thing I want to do is deliver salt, right? It's heavy. It's a pain in the butt. I mean, it costs us a lot of money to deliver salt to customers' homes, and I don't want our company to do it. There's a lot of liability. So first one on the bandwagon was you-know-who, right? This guy right here. And I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to sell it. And we sold it. And I want you to understand what the idea of it is. This is called next media. This is the media that the water runs through. So as you can imagine, if it's inside that vessel, it runs through this media, and it's supposed to help keep that rock attached. And what we did find, which was great, again, we're going to get into the pros and cons here. One of the pros is that it did keep the rock attached to the water droplet inside the plumbing. That's inside the plumbing system. But the minute it got out of the air, that rock oxidized and came off the water droplet and plugged the pores of people's skin, made it still hard to wash hands. It created white film on dishes. It ruined water heaters. It ruined dishwashers, made the silverware look bad. The clothing didn't come out clean. Everyone still had to use the same amount of soap. And so it didn't have one of those benefits. So the one benefit that it had was that it actually did stay connected during the plumbing system. That's why if you notice in a lot of their material, they talk about, oh, these boiler systems, it works great for boiler systems. Well, boiler system companies did see an increase in the fact that their boilers increased in longevity before the boilers broke down. But they find that water softeners, again, we're going to get to the difference. A water softener means the water's soft. Real simple here, right? Soft water without the rock, hard water with the rock. Pretty simple, right? People get confused by that all the time, but it's very simple. If there's rock attached to the water droplet, that's called hard water. When you remove it, it's called soft water. So here is a water softener. As it passes through here, the rock pops off and attaches to the water softener bead, but this unit needs salt to clean the rock off of that filter material so that it can work again tomorrow. So that's a water softener. Now, what I want to do is I want to take a unit apart, because I've done a few of these videos and people comment, so thank you for the comments. By the way, if you like this video, if you have someone that's thinking about buying one, if you yourself want to share this, we would love it if you shared, like, or make a comment, because I learn from every one of you, as well as my goal is to try to help teach you. Now, spending over 25 years in this industry, I feel like I'm trying to do my very best in educating you so you don't waste money. And let's take a look at what some of our customers wasted money on. Now, I'm going to tell you a story because I sold them, and this is pretty typical. Now, our system was different than this. This is one we took out of a house. And I want to show you, all we did was empty the water out of this unit. And I want you to come over here and take a look at how much filter material. Take a look at this. There's not much to it. This is over $1,500 for this system. And you can see in there, the filter material is down to about here. That's it. Why is that? Well, this next media is super duper expensive. It's super duper. This stuff right here, probably if we filled it the way it should have been filled up to here, it would have ran us, I don't know, maybe $300 for all that filter material. But look, this manufacturer only put in that much. Wow, right? You're like, wow, that's crazy. And well, then why do people write all these great reviews? And you see, that was the killer, is that for me as a dealer, I was like, well, our customers weren't having success with the hard rock in the water. All they were having success with, let's take a look at the other side of this, is the carbon side of it. See, what happens when you run a water softener or the water through one of these salt-free conditioners is that they literally also run it through carbon. Take a look at all that carbon. That carbon dechlorinates the water. And look how little this little tank is. I mean, you're talking maybe 50 bucks, 40 bucks with a filter material in there, nothing big, but the whole system is running you well in excess, close to $2,000 from this company, online, delivered to your house. And so you got to ask yourself, wait a second, I want to do that because, see, I want to make sure people understand something, that most customers are like me. I wanted it to work. I didn't want to lug salt in people's homes. This thing, it's an antique, right? Now, there's new technology that's out that means that we can use a lot less salt in a water softener today than the old ones that were made in the 70s. But the last thing I want to do is have my customers go lug salt. The last thing I want to do is go deliver salt. You know how heavy that is? Gosh, it breaks my back. Sometimes my employees are sick, and guess who gets to go sometimes? Hello, me. I'll tell you what, it keeps you young because you got to lug that salt. You know, you got to have muscles to do that. So the thing is that you can invest, and this is the smaller version, and then this is the more expensive version right here. This more expensive version is going to run you $2,800. And by the way, we don't have the filter material in there, but it also only had that much filter material in there because Next Media, who makes the filter material, sells it to the dealer or the online company you're looking at, and they call it the blah, blah, blah system. It sounds fantastic. But see, the thing is my job is to educate you. Because I'll do whatever you tell me, but here's the end of that story, is when I sold them to people, they were expecting their dishes to look better. They're expecting their hair to feel better. They were expecting to use less hair conditioner, less soap on their laundry. They were expecting that their water heater would last longer. They were expecting that their shower wouldn't get all white film buildup. Because again, when that water hits the shower stall, guess what? It turns to white film. When it hits the end of the faucet, it becomes white crust, scale. They call it scale buildup. So my customers wanted all that stuff. And so the thing is that you gotta say to yourself, is that really what you want? Are you buying a system to stop those things, like the rock, the white film buildup? Are you wanting to save money on cleaning supplies? Are you wanting to spend less money on hair shampoo and conditioners? And why do conditioners exist? They exist because rock attaches to the hair follicle and it becomes brittle and dry. So you need to have more shampoo. Any hair salon, good hair salon, owns a water softener. Why? Because they're going to wash the hair, use a little bit of conditioner, and they use less conditioners because their water's soft to begin with. Why do some women travel and they tell me, oh my God, I traveled to a hotel and my hair was so great, I came back home and it was terrible. What's the rock? So I get it. You want to buy a salt-free conditioner in an attempt to be able to make sure that you get those benefits. but the only thing it does is prevent scale and build up inside the plumbing pipe. So if you don't want to get fooled, you got to take a look at a true traditional water softener. Now let me help you with the water softener, because wherever you are, contact your local water softener company and you can ask them for a NSF 44 certified water softener. Now why certified? Well, because just like some of these local yokels who put this stuff together and made claims on their internet, and they have, oh, I mean, I get it all the time. I get people call me all the time. There's so many great reviews. What do you mean? It's like, yeah, but did those people really live in America? Or were they from China? And they paid them to write those reviews. Because the reality is, when I sold, I don't know, 20 of them, I literally had to return all 20. It was a fortune for our company. But I can't have people driving by my facility, knocking on my door, getting mad at me. I mean, I want people happy, right? So I had to go and take whatever money they gave me and give it towards a credit towards a new water softener. And then I had to send my plumbers out there and replace the units so that they got what they were looking for. Most people, when wanting better water to shower in, to bathe in, they really want to get the rock out. They also want the chlorine out, because nobody wants to smell chlorine. And that's why some people write great reviews, because that little bit of carbon will last, I don't know, maybe it could last 20,000 gallons of water. The average person uses 50 gallons to 75 gallons of water per person per day. So that, in theory, that for a family of two might last 2-3 years before the carbon gives out. But if you notice, look how cheap it is. There's nothing to it. You're spending almost $2,000. And for what? Some basic plastic components? And so that's why I felt so bad when I sold those systems, because I actually believed in this media because it made such big news. And a lot of companies, or there was even independent studies showing that when this water ran through a water heater that had already gone through this filter material, that the water heater lasted longer. Yes, I saw those studies. This is why I bought them and tried to sell them. But that's about all it did. Anything in the closed loop water environment, that means anything that's under pressure, yes, it lasts longer, the water heater. But the minute that the water comes out, dishwasher, laundry machine, your shower, you have to recognize that that is when the rock will oxidize off the water droplet, and then you are still wrestling with those issues. So if that's what I hope today, is that that helped you understand what you can do. My advice to you would be, get yourself in contact with your local water treatment company, find one that sells American-made products, but more importantly, make sure that the whole water softener from head to toe is using NSF certified water equipment. It's NSF 44 certified. NSF 44 means National Sanitation Foundation ran thousands and thousands of gallons of water through that system, and it was able to take the water, the rock out of the water. Also, when it's NSF 44 certified, you get a great, there's a lot of toxin in, there's a couple toxins in some city water called radium-228, radium-226, and barium. And a certified system, NSF 44, will take those toxins out as well. So one of the best things you can do is get a hold of your local company to be able to understand that. So if you like this video, please press like. Please share it with your friends and family. As I say in some of my other videos, do you happen to know 3 or 4 people that you love and care for that could benefit from healthy, clean water? Then share this video with them, right? We'd really appreciate that. In addition, please comment, because of course I learn from you as much as you learn from me, so I'd love it when people comment. Lastly, if you check out our link below, if you want to learn about the toxins in your water, you can fill out the form and learn about the toxins in your water no matter where you are in the country, and we'll give you a report as to what toxins are in your water in case you want healthy, good, clean water. So that said, as you know, my name is Drew. I'm here to serve you.